All right, it's game number 2 of the CasterMuse Star League Season 4 Finals between Best and Free. Free taking down Best in that first game on Ringing Bloom, both of them with the Nexus first plays, and Free just teching up a little bit more against the Massive Dragoon play of Best. So definitely I think that victory from Free, definitely there was a lot of maneuvering and positioning that mattered, but I think it was more of a strategic victory than anything else. It just seemed like his Reaver play kind of outclassed the 5-gate Dragoon play of Best. So looking good, looking strong. I'm pleasantly surprised to see him take a lead in this Best of 7 series. I think it's going to be a good one. Because again, I do think Best remains to be a little bit favored here. So, we're now on Polypoid. This is probably the most standard map in the map pool, realistically. It's the best 4-player map out there right now. Super played. On the ladder, in tournaments, absolutely everywhere. Everyone loves Polypoid. And as far as PvP goes, like, I think, yeah, it should just give us a normal game, right? No Nexus first or anything like that. But all the normal strategies that you can see. Of course, we have a ramp that leads down to your natural. We can't see it quite yet. It would be like right here. And just having that small ramp allows you to tech up pretty quickly. Like, you don't just need to make a bunch of Dragoons so you don't die. The high ground advantage will allow you to live through pretty much any rush if you micro correctly and aren't too greedy. So, I mean, we could see anything from like a 3-gate Dragoon rush to a Reaver push to quick DTs to even a Reaver expansion, right? Like Robo into expansion, crawl your Reavers down the ramp. There's like a big range of things that we can end up seeing from both players. I think a lot of it becomes, it's a little bit stylistic, but also you do have to vary your play a bit in Protoss versus Protoss. You can't do just one thing or your opponent can counter it very hard. All right, now Best coming in. He's going to get a very early scout. In fact, gets into the base of Free before Free even decides to look for him. So that's very nice. And we'll see if he can harass it all with his probe. He's doing some mineral harassment here, like mining from patches to prevent Free from doing so, but actually finishes the mining, and yeah, so that's the end of that. Now the Zealot going to chase him around for a little bit. Best has made his own Zealot, and of course both sides look to be going into Dragoons from here. No big surprises that we see. Yeah, and now we kind of wait to see what that tech is going to look like. Free, since the probe is in his base, goes range immediately. I think that that's a pretty smart play, whereas Best, he's blocked his ramp, so he doesn't have to. He does end up going into range, but you can do things like slow your range down and get a quicker Robo or something like that. Now, Best's going to leave the base right before the Dragoon is out. Smart play from him. The Dragoon pops out, so he won't lose that scouting probe. Dragoon now out as well for Best. Now, Best going to send the Dragoon out. A lot of times when the probe comes, you can actually just catch it with the Dragoon and kill it off. It only takes like 3 hits, so he can kill that off really quickly and just kind of prevent any scouting that occurs, right? Maybe he can get up a quicker Nexus because of that. Oh, the 3 gateway play here from Free. As soon as he chases out the probe, he's added down a couple more. Now, let's see if Best goes for something like that quick Nexus. If he goes 1-gate Nexus Robo, something like that, then Free is going to just knock him over. All right, 2 Dragoons are out. 3rd one on the way. Uh-oh. Best going down to make that Nexus now. Up it goes. And he is going to be facing what is probably going to be overwhelming Dragoons. Let's see what he does to try to hold. Like, he might just add 2 gates here. That would probably be the best play. If he goes into Robo from here, that's going to be too slow. Okay, 1 gate. Yeah, it does look like it might be the 3-gate counter. Now, you got to take into consideration the travel distance and all that. For Best, maybe he can throw down a pylon, you know, to screw up the AI of the incoming Dragoons. But look at this. Free has spread his Dragoons out to catch this incoming probe. He had a Zealot over here. We had a Dragoon up here and a Dragoon over here that just pushed this probe back. So Best really has no idea what's going on. He pushed out for a second with his 3 Dragoons and Zealot. Will come back now. And Free right now, just look at this. He's got 5 Dragoons and that Zealot. Against 3 and 1. So he's going to get a 4th Dragoon down here in just a second, as you can see. but Free does have that 1 unit advantage, and he will have some more coming a little bit quicker. So this is a crucial moment. He's coming in right now, and the Zealot first coming in and tanking a lot. He does end up killing it off and forcing those Dragoons up the ramp for now, targeting on this Nexus. Do you cancel or do you keep it alive? It looks like Best going to cancel, realizing, uh-oh, that is a lot of Dragoons to be fighting against, probably a 3-gate. And now he's got 3 gates on top of his ramp and is going Citadel. So the Citadel will probably lead us into DTs, but I could see him getting legs as well to be able to break out. Now for Free, he's thrown down his own Nexus, adding a Robo here just to be safe in case your opponent is going to go up into DTs. And he's going to continually reinforce here. You can hold the bottom of a ramp in Protoss versus Protoss, and it is so powerful. The Dragoons have a very hard time breaking down. But here comes the Citadel. Let's see where Best goes. It looks like it's going to be a Templar Archives. There it is. And we'll keep an eye out to see if he tries to get something like Zealot legs. You know, Zealots do have a little bit more tankiness against Dragoons and do have higher total damage output if they're connecting. But of course, you're microing the Dragoons very heavily in that situation. Little poke down the ramp there with that Zealot. Some more Zealots being made. You got to bank a bit of gas here as Best for those DTs. Starts to come down this ramp. Let's see if he can actually bust out. The Zealot kind of leading the charge. Some of his Dragoons are being microed against very heavily. Now putting the damage down onto these Dragoons. And it looks like Best is just barely going to break out against Free. Free backing up right now. Took a ton of damage on these goons. Back at home. Making a few more, leaves a few units in his main base. It looks like he was expecting a Reaver drop or something, but that is not occurring right now. We know for sure. Pulls back for now. And we have 2 DTs on the way, as well as a Nexus. So doesn't bother with 3, but pops 2 out, and we'll see. Is there... Okay, there is an observatory on the way, but we don't know where that first observer will go. If it stays here, fantastic for Free. If it goes across the map, Best might be able to just kill him with the DTs. The second observer, if it's not being made or anything, that could spell trouble for him. So right now, I would say Free, you know, with this second Nexus already finished, seems to be a little bit ahead. But Best has this opportunity with these DTs. Now let's see where this observer goes. Such an important moment. Ooh, it's coming right to the front, and he is going to see the DTs. Brutal moment there for Best. These DTs are not going to be able to get anything done. They do force you to make multiple observers, and you can see he is making another one now. But this is basically spotting everything for him. Now, back at home, let's take a look at what Best is up to doing right now. Okay, he's getting a couple High Templars, which probably means we'll get Psystorm, but maybe he wants to go into Speedlot Archon? It's a possibility. Like, that's when you get later into the game, Speedlot Archon is a very mobile force. It's very, very strong to make. We don't see Psystorm being researched yet, but you would get the High Templars first because they take a long time to get enough energy. A single cannon on the way. And yeah, we do have Psystorm starting up now. So it looks like Best is getting ready for a possible counterpunch here from Free, and we definitely know that's going to occur. Free right now, sitting on 4 gates. He has a Reaver on the way. His supply is really getting boosted right now. He's up about 13 supply, so about 15 army supply overall to his advantage. But look at Best. Best is being so clever. He has a pylon set up here as well as a couple goons to catch a shuttle. 3 here to kind of see anything incoming. He has a DT hidden over at this possible 3rd base location, and he's sneaking an expansion. This is a base that just has no meaning in the game right now, so very hard to scout. Now, as Free starts to push forward, Best going to retreat, running away up towards his base. It looks like he'll lose a Dragoon on the way, so that's a little bit painful, but at least he knows what is coming. The High Templars, are they ready with Storm? They're going to have 2 ready when this attack gets here. That Psystorm upgrade almost done. More Dragoons being produced. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Free coming up with a lot of units. We have 4 Dragoons kind of in a funny location here. And just starts to attack in with those 2 cannons. With slow Zealots, it's going to be tough. Throws the Psystorm down. Actually does almost as much damage to his own Zealots as those Dragoons. This flank might be coming out sometime soon, though. Another Storm goes down. It did all right, but is that enough? I would wager to say no, it was not. He does have another storm ready and another one coming. So at that point, maybe he has enough to hold on against everything. Fourth gate coming for best. Free still just standing outside. A lot of units coming up here for free. Is he going to try to actually bust this? I think so. I mean, he has the Reaver. You're going to utilize a Psy Storm on that. 1 or 2 Psy Storms will knock out a Reaver a lot of the time. All right, throws down that first Scarab. That's a great hit right on the Dragoon and Cannon. All right, 1 Storm goes down, picks it up. Gets another Storm onto it. Ooh, he just barely gets it up in time. Another Scarab comes out. It will eventually end up falling. But here we go. Another Storm goes down onto the army. The Storm is good, but I don't know if Best actually has enough units. Coming up from behind with 3 more Dragoons, and it looks like this Reaver going to help out against them massively. The flanking force is defeated, and it looks like Free is going to take a 2-0 lead here. The probe drill obviously not going to be enough for Best, and GG is called. Free wins game number 2.